Today, I am here to speak about Gamakas. My very good learned friend, Dr. Raghuram, has been kind enough to invite me to speak on this subject. I wholeheartedly thank him for this wonderful opportunity that he has provided me to share my ideas that God has bestowed me upon to speak about this Gamakas. When we play the Veda mantras, we have a lot of ups and downs swaras. Udata, Anudata, Swarita swaras, we call it as in Vedas, Veda mantras. Vedaha Vedam Purusham Mahantam. You can see this Umkara. Vedaha Vedam Purusham Mahantam. This is called as Humpita Gamaka in Carnatic music. So the Gamaka's concept did not start with Carnatic music but from Vedas, from where the music originated. So we all know that for our music, the Adhara is Samaveda. And from Samaveda, music evolved. We have studied it and we know very well about it. So, has Gamaka been a part of our culture from the beginning, from the Vedic culture, or did it originate in Kali Yuga? Is a question mark again. So I was telling you in Vedic age, we call it as Vedic age. We know that they are classified as Vedic age and the Aryan invasion theories, blah blah blah. There are a lot of things about it, but we don't have to worry about that Aryan invasion theory. It is absolutely false. It has been proved now. But Vedic civilization did exist. It has been proved beyond doubt by the Western scholars also, on whom we depend apparently for all the research. Even today, it is our margin, apparently. So, the Gamakas, if we see the Vedas, the way they are chanted even today, which is a Shravana Jnana, which is not taken through generation, through Lipi. We can see that the Vedas just carried forward in the same pattern as it was in the Vedic period. It has not changed at all. Because my grandfather used to chant the Vedas like this. My father used to chant Vedas like this. I am also chanting Vedas like this. So what is the difference that it makes? It makes a lot of difference because this is the one thing that has not changed from ages. Vedas, Vedas, Vedas. So Gamakas, I told you, it originates henceforth from Vedas. We can easily see it by the way it is sung. Vedagamedam Purusham Mahantam Adityavardham Damasastu Pare Re Sarvani, Sarvani, Sarvani. We don't say. It's a connection between Shadjam and Rishabham. It comes in three swaras, Veda, that is Nishada, Shadja and Rishabha. Kaishiki Nishada, Shadja, Shuddha Rishabha. These are the three notes in which Veda flows. When I sing, Vedaga Medam Sa Vedaga Sa Nisa Vedaga Medam Purusham Sarisa Sarisa Sarisa. I'm not saying Sarisa Sarisa. There's a connection. Vedaga Medam Purusham Mahantam Nisa Sari. These are the things that we play in our instrument today, apparently. As we go and understand different types of Gamakas, we understand how these are adapted in Carnatic music. So, the origin of Vedas, Gamakas, we can say absolutely without any doubt, it is Vedas only. It has been proved now. Since I told you, the Swaras and the Vedas together, you have understood it is the Gamakas which has been an integral part of our Vedas, which has again come in our Carnatic music and has been a part of it, without which we don't have our Carnatic music at all. Now, Gamakas. Without Gamakas, can we sing in Carnatic music? Yes, we do sing. We start all the classes without Gamakas only to our students. Sari Gama Padha Nisa Sani Dhapa Maga Risa. Here we don't have much Gamakas being employed. But these are plain notes. This doesn't have emotions in it. To put emotions to it, we had what? Gamakas. Gamakas, hence, are defined as the aesthetic ornamentation of notes applied to a musical phrase to enhance Rakti Bhava of Raga. What does it lead to? It leads to melodic Raga exploration, which is very, very important. So, then what you call a Raga without a Gamaka? It is called as a scale in Western music. We have a scale. Do, re, mi, fa, sol, la, ti, do is a scale which they teach the Western music. With the basic scale of Shankarabharana, we call it as in major scale, it is called as in Western music. Every music has its own beauty, not that it doesn't have music. Western music also, it has a lot of beauty in it. It is Western classical also has a lot of beauty in it if you start hearing to it. A lot of emotions they give. with the harmony. Now, what does this Gamaka do? What does it involve? See, in the frequency description, a note will be of a certain frequency, A, let us get. And that A, whatever you have the letter, is a one frequency that you have. And you have another frequency that is Re, that is B. Let us consider as B, AB or XY, because XY is a common thing that we do write in English, XY, XY, consider imaginary X, imaginary Y. So X. So this X and Y, between it, there are few other frequencies. There, for example, you say that is 132 Hertz, if it is something like that. And so now I take 432 Hertz as the basic frequency because 432 is A, or 440 Hertz, which is A. So if you shift to Re, between Re and X and Y, there are other frequencies which are very, very minute, which is not audible, non-audible, but embellishing frequency, I call it as. Microtones, macrotones. There are microtones in between two notes, which is not audible. Like bacteria. We are living with bacteria every day. Can you say any human body without bacteria? There are millions of bacteria in my body. When I am speaking through my mouth, millions of bacteria come out. And we cannot see it. Likewise, our ear also has certain decibel of frequency which it cannot perceive or hear it. So, a Gamaka, if it is given, it includes all the microtones that is in between and presents itself in a very flourished way. So, the expression of this swara itself changes. So, if I see plain note, if I play only the plain note, plain note, see the same Rishabha, same Gandha. So, it is very important that we understand the intricacies that exist in Gamaka production. That's the reason, as you observed, between this playing and presentation of this with the Gamaka orientation, our Carnatic music is completely depending on this. So it is, we can say it is the life of our Carnatic music. Which is the life of our Carnatic music? Gamaka is the life of our Carnatic music. So, yes, we have evolved the Gamakas now, where it came from and what all the things and what is involves, everything. But there should be some definition of Gamaka, isn't it? What is that? We have to define anything and everything in this world. Otherwise, nobody will accept it. So, Swarasya Kampito Gamakaha Shrotra Chitta Sukhabaha. Swarasya kampito gamakaha. Kampita means oscillation. The oscillation of sound of note produces gamaka. There's no equivalent word for kampito in English. We can say oscillation, simple word. You can say kampito means kampito only. There are no certain equivalent words in English for Sanskrit words. So if you take kampito, you can say oscillation. Simple as that. So in English, how we can define it? That graceful movement of swara and that fine pull of the string, which brings happiness to the hearer, is gamaka. Okay? Scientifically, you have to describe again. Because without scientific, nobody believes now. If I say that please chant Gayatri Mantra, it will give you a lot of benefit. Nobody will believe until you do a scientific study on that. And after studying the scientific study, if they say yes, it is having a lot of effect on the brain, it helps you a lot. You should chant the Gayatri Mantra. Everybody takes it in India also. Before that, we were not touching Gayatri Mantra. Everybody listens to Gayatri Mantra. So like that. So scientifically, gamaka can be described as oscillation of notes in a defined valid frequency range which enhances the experience of a note or musical phrase. Scientifically, gamaka can be described as oscillation of notes in a defined valid frequency range, which is very, very important. When I say you have to oscillate, if you oscillate it in the way you want it, you call it this as gamaka. You don't call it. So it is valid frequency range. There is a range for it, which enhances the experience of the note to the hearer. Is gamaka. So this is what we understand from the definition. Our great scholars, musical scholars of the past, have defined different types of gamaka, not one. Swarasya kampo gamakaha Shrotu chitta sukhavah tasya vedah tu tiripah sphuritah kampitas tatah Leenandolita vani tribhinna kurulahatah Ullasitah plavitascha gumphato mudritas tatah Namito Mishrita Panchadashoti Parikirtita. 15 types of gamakas is described. What are these 15 types of gamakas? Tirupam, Spuritam, Kampitam, Leenam, Andolanam, Vali, Tripinnam, Kurulam, Ahatam, Ullasitam, Plavitam, Humpitam, Mudritam, Namitam, Mishritam. These are all well defined, how it has to be produced. We'll take this in the next episode. Thank you so much.